Hello, it's David Allen and you are watching Sporting Icons.
Post-fight review to David Price versus KASH Ali on the Liam Smith and Sam Eglinton undercard in Liverpool on Matt Troom, Sky Sports and DAZN. Now, this is a fight that I was really looking forward to. I felt that going into this fight, I thought that KASH Ali, while he's never been on this big stage before, it wasn't really going to faze him. And I thought that if you can get David Price into the later rounds, maybe KASH Ali can get him out of there. And parts of it, I kind of stand by, okay, because this fight was an interesting one, that's for sure, and I think KASH Ali's tactics were pretty good, especially like the first 2 rounds. He was jabbing into the body, kept jabbing into the body, and would occasionally throw the overhand right, and that's probably a very good way for KASH Ali to get David Price out of there, because we know that David Price, if you hit him clean, there's a very good chance he could go. I don't think David Price's chin is as bad as what maybe people make out. But KASH Ali, for me, he was holding his own, certainly in the first 2 rounds. Then it seemed that David Price from round number 3 was really starting to take over. He was using his range a bit more. He was getting a bit more confident. He was getting a bit more of a spring in his step and was hurting KASH Ali, or that's what it appeared to be anyway. And I felt that David Price was starting to control round number 3, certainly. Now, that's not to say in round number 1 and number 2 that David Price wasn't doing anything. He was. He's got a very good stiff jab, but his big right hand just wasn't landing. KASH Ali was defensively very sound. But I felt that in round number 3 that David Price was starting to get a bit of confidence. And then, was it round number 2 or was it round number 3? I forget which one it was, but the referee decided to dock a point from KASH Ali for hitting David Price on the back of the head, which is kind of fair enough if you're being told about it beforehand. But for me, he docked a point from him way too early. I think the referee was feeling the crowd. I think that's what he was doing. And I think that docking a point for KASH Ali at that early on in the fight was way too early, in my opinion, because let's not be or beat around the bush. David Price did hit him on the back of the head too. Not as much as KASH Ali, let's be sure. But either way, regardless of the point deduction, David Price was coming into his own in round number 3, that's for sure, and round number 4 as well. But I was starting to notice that towards the end of round number 4, David Price was starting to blow. You can actually see him taking in big gulps of air. And I thought, oh, hang on a minute. If KASH Ali can weather the storm a little bit, he might actually get him out of there. But David Price, as we know, is always very deadly with that big right hand. But we don't know how good the chin is of KASH Ali, because we've never really seen him in any kind of trouble. But David Price has always got that detonating power in his right hand through any point of the fight, really. But I thought that in round number 5 as well, David Price was blowing a little bit in the beginning of round number 5, and KASH Ali really started to put the pressure on when it looked like KASH Ali was the one that was potentially starting to get tired as well as. But KASH just kind of like went for it and was starting to really try and get on the inside, swing for him, and he caught David Price with some pretty good shots as well. And I'm surprised Price took them. I really am. And then they were trading a bit, and then David Price caught him with a very decent flush right hand, which wobbled KASH Ali. KASH Ali did the right thing. He grabbed hold of him and kept hold of him and wrestled him to the ground. That is the right thing to do, in my opinion. But I do feel that the referee would have docked another point off him at that point. But regardless of that, while he was on the ground, KASH Ali bit him to the stomach, which was a stupid thing to do. Okay, now I'm watching the fight, and I'm watching it with my wife as well. And my wife says that was it round number 2, I think it was, that KASH bit David Price on the arm, because we've seen like a lot of blood over the shoulder and down the arm of David Price. Now, I didn't see that, so I don't know if that happened. But on the community post, a couple of guys did say that they seen KASH Ali bite him on the arm too. But listen, I don't know. I missed that bit. They didn't put a replay up of it either. But to get him on the floor and then bite him, I don't know why he did that. A moment of madness, that's for sure. Either way, the referee disqualified KASH Ali. And so I think I heard the commentator said that he's now going to get his purse removed for the fight and could potentially be suspended. And I've seen some people saying that KASH Ali should be banned for life. I mean, it's a bit harsh. I mean, Mike Tyson bit a big chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear, and he wasn't banned for life. So I think a ban for life is a bit harsh for a bite. I really do. I mean, I would imagine he'd probably be suspended for 6 months to a year. I would imagine that's probably what would happen. But this is out of character for KASH Ali. KASH Ali's not like this. He really isn't. So I don't quite know what happened. Was the event getting to him? Was the fact that he got rocked? Did it kind of like worry him? I don't know. I really don't know. But either way, listen, the referee stops it. And that's going to be the talking point of the fight, unfortunately, because it was a pretty decent fight. And I was starting to see some signs of maybe KASH Ali could actually start to take over in this fight. But that big punch from David Price changed it. And obviously the bite got the fight, or got KASH Ali disqualified. So, I mean, was it the right decision from the referee? Of course it was. But I think that the reaction for some people, and I don't know what happened in the crowd, but the crowd and the security started moving to one side towards KASH Ali. I don't know if he said something on the way out or what happened, no idea. But no idea, to be honest. I have absolutely no clue as to what happened. The cameras didn't show it. But you could certainly see David Price had a big bite mark on his stomach. But yeah, certainly that is disqualification. Of course it is. But a ban for life, no, it's a bit harsh. I mean, he didn't do anything. He didn't drop kick him in the balls or anything like that. So I think a ban for life is a bit harsh. But yeah, certainly biting has no place in boxing, that is for sure. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about the fight. Click the thumbs up to this video. And of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.